So they are just note down that verse. Ajaramaravat prajnah. Janati va bhavan? Ajaramaravat prajnah. Vidyam arthancha sadhaye.
Dharmesh mrityuna kesheshu grahiteshu iti. Dharmamachare.
Keshu. Grahiteva kesheshu mrityuna dharmamachare.
Dharmamachare.
Tasmat, Muradharji, are you noting down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ajaramaravat prajnah vidyam arthancha sadhayet. Ajaramaravat prajnah Ajaramaravat prajnah vidyam arthancha sadhayet. Grahita eva kesheshu. Raghava, you are sure this is the second line?
Iti mama smarane asti grahita eva kesheshu mrityuna.
Grahita eva kesheshu. Second line. Grahita eva kesheshu mrityuna dharmamachare.
तत्र भवतां सन्देहः अस्ति वा तत्र संशयः अस्ति वा तत्र तस्य साधुत्व विषये अहं यावत् पर्यन्तम् अहं स्मरामि तदेव
it is okay, it is like that only.
परन्तु इदमित्तमिति अहं न वक्तुं
गृहीतैव केशेषु मृत्युना धर्मम् आचरेत्. That is the right one.
Yes, that is okay. 1 minute. Gruhita. Okay, I will see and tomorrow give you the, if there is anything, Gruhita, what is that? Murchimachare, Dhamamachare, Gruhita, Muchina Dhamma, Ajaramaravat Prajnah, beginning with Ajaramaravat Prajnah. Hitopadesha.
Vidyamartham cha chintayet.
Yesterday I gave you one verse now. Anabhyase Visham Shastram.
Yes.
That is also from Hitopadesha. The present one is correct. Raghava is correct. Ajaramaravat prajnah vidyam artham cha sadhayet grihita eva kesheshu mrityuna dharmam acharet. Just I shall explain. Jara is old age. Maraha means achparcheha, mrung, maranam. Okay? Ajaramaravat, as if there is no old age, there is no death. One should yan prajnah. Prajnadibhyasya panisotram is there. Swarthe anupracheha. Prajna eva prajnah. So prajnah vidyam arthancha sadhaye. One should earn both vidya as well as dhanam. Then grihita eva kesheshu, as if mrityu is holding you by your hair. Mrityuna kesheshu grihita eva dharmam achere. By every moment one should earn dharma. This is also from Hitopadesha. Yesterday's verse is also Ajirne Bhojana Mission. That is also from Hitopadesha. Any doubts in yesterday's class? And if you study any commentary, see, there is the system goes like this. Generally, we teach him in Kaumudi only. But there is one more work, Praudha Manorama, by same author, Dikshita, where he takes the opinions of others and discusses and clearly explains as to how he arrived at this conclusion, this liberty. That is to be studied separately. If we start any discussion about what other people said, why he is refuting, etc., this will not go forward. Okay? But as in just what you call this thing, I am giving you the Mahabhashyam and what you call Vakyapadiyam, because nobody is touching nowadays. There is none, I mean, strictly speaking. Okay? This is just a bonus. Raghavji, what is bonus? People use the term bonus. Something they are paid, the karmikas, etc. are paid for no work. For work, if they are paid, that is called salary. Panini says, Vetanadibhyo jivati vetanam. But what is this bonus? In order to see that to encourage the workers, etc., a portion of the profit, whichever is achieved by the company, will be distributed among the workers, so that they will work with. Okay.
Bonus इत्युक्ते अनभिहिते इति वक्तव्यम्.
So no more doubts in yesterday's this thing. You can go ahead.
महोदय नमस्कारः. भवान् उक्तवान् बुद्धि कर्मानुसारिणी वेदव्यासस्य विषयम्.
Just note down one verse from Sardarohana Parva of Mahabharata. Vedavyasa says, Ordhva bahur viraumyesha. Ordhva bahur viraumyesha. Nahi kaschit shrunoti mam. Ordhva bahur viraumyesha. Nahi kaschit shrunoti mam. Ordhva bahur viraumyesha. Nahi kaschit shrunoti mam. Dharmadathascha kamascha. Second line. Dharmadathascha kamascha. Sadharma kim na sevyate. Dharmadathascha kamascha. Sadharma kim na sevyate. Ordhva bahur viraumyesha. Nahi kaschit shrunoti mam. Dharmadathascha kamascha. Sadharma kim na sevyate. Vedavyasa says, Ordhva bahu, raising my hands. With raised hands, aham viraumi. Ru shabde. Raumi viraumi. Visheshan raumi. I am gesturing so loudly. I say, Nahi kaschit shrunoti mam. Kaschidapi. Ekopi. Mam. Na shrunoti. Nobody listens to my words. Nobody cares. People just turn to my words. What is that you are saying? Dharmadathascha kamascha. Dvijate aneneti dharmaha. Dhanyate aneneti dharmaha. You give any definition you want. So that from dharma only, artha will be there, kama also will be there. And why, how come you people ignore? Do not respect the dharma. So dharma kim nasevyate? Kim? Kasmadhetoh kena karanena. Why you people do not care for such a dharma? Why are you not following dharma? So, whether it is said by Vedavyasa or somebody else, just now today people are suffering everywhere. Usually if you say, Bhaktva Shatapadam Gachet, walk 100 feet after meals. Morning you may eat something, afternoon, evening. After eating, do not sit. You will get belly. If you lay down, you will get what you call bulgy. You will become bulgy entire body. All these things I have given sent to you. Fundamentals of health and hygiene. 3 or 4 I have sent. There, all these things are there. But nobody cares about health. Nobody cares about the body. They don't follow the shaucham. No shaucham at all. So what happens? So many kinds of diseases. The diseases will kill. So, why people are behaving buddhi karmanusarini? Why such kind of buddhi these people have got? For neither 1 or 2, not 1 lakh, not 1 crore, millions. Why? Karmanusarini. According to the karma they have performed in the earlier incarnations, but in this janma they got such kind of buddhi. Okay, then. So yesterday we were discussing what is it? Karma. Karma kArakam we are discussing. Huh?
कर्तुरीप्सिततमं कर्म.
What?
कर्तुरीप्सिततमं कर्म इत्युक्तवती.
Eat more. Why are you saying so very feeble sound? Karturipsitatamam karma. That is Panini Sutram. As if by Panini has edited all these sutras, your voice. Okay. So Kartuhu Ipsitatamam karma. That is the sutram. There he has given examples. Anabhihite. Now he is using Anukte karmani. Dvitiya syat. Anukte means Anabhihite is put as Anukte. If it is not already expressed, then there will be Dvitiya vibhakti to express to denote karmakarakam. Harim bhajati. Hari is the, Ipsitama. Hari bhajan does it, so Harim bhajati comes like the Dvitiya vibhakti. So wherever you find karmani Dvitiya eva karmani, both sides you have seen sarvam vakyam savadharanam bhavati, sarvam padam savadharanam bhavati. Savadharanam means it denotes a decisive meaning. Avadharanam is nischaya. Okay, Harimeva bhajati. Bhajati, Dvitiya vibhakti only to express karmakarakam. If at all you find karma, if you want to express through karmakarakam, employ Dvitiya vibhakti. Okay, anabhite to karmani. You said anukte. That means anabhite adhikara you brought. What Panini meant by this anabhite? That he is explaining. Okay, Padakritya vicharha it is called. What is it? Pratipadikaarthamatre iti prathmaiva. If it is already expressed, since uktarthanama prayogaha, okay, repetition is allowed, acceptable only in classroom and Veda. Brahme divya janat goes on like that, time and again. Punarukti is not a dosha there, because it is required simply to generate energy in the mind of the people to follow whatever yaga, anusthanam, etc. Similarly, in the classroom, 3 layers will be there: Uttamadhikari, Madhyadhikari, Mandadhikari. The weakest link of the chain will be the strongest. So, in order to see that the Mandadhikari will get the message, the teacher may have to repeat. There also repetition is not a defect dosha. So here, okay, except some, though avopavanaya, some limited cases, generally, okay, Panurukti is not acceptable. Virukti is different. Grame swadhyayaha. Vriksham. That is Virukti. Virukti is different. That is a separate chapter. Sarvasya dve, nityavipsayoho, etc. But here it is. So, Pratipadikaarthamatre prathmaiva. Then what else? Since Panini says Suptingantam padam, if you want to employ a padam, it should be either Subantam or Tengantam. So, some vibhakti or the other should be there in the padam at the end. There may be lopa, doesn't matter. Okay? So, in order to make it a Subanta, in Pratipadika Langa Paramana Vachanatre Prathama, we have already studied. By that Sutram, Prathama Vibhakti will come. Like 2 examples, it will become clear. We have already discussed also. Prathama Abhidhanam means expression of meaning. Pratyayanam, Artha Pratyayanam, Abhidhanam. Sometimes Abhidhanam also means Prayoga. But here it is Abhidhiyate. Okay? It is Abhidhanam. Abhidhiyate means it is being, denoted. Okay? Abhidhanamcha prayena, mostly ting krut tadhita samasaihi. Bhashyakara says generally it will be by these things karma karaka is denoted. Through examples it will become clear. What is it? Thing. For thing, example is being offered. Harihi sevjate. We have already discussed in the beginning that Chaitraha Vadanam Pachati. There since Pachati, Kartariprayoga, the Kartrukarakam is already denoted by Ti. Okay. Chaitra Shabda got Prathama. Chaitrena Vadanah Pachyate, since karma is already denoted by Pachyate, Karmani Prayoga. The word Vadana, which is eligible to receive Dvitiya Vibhakti because it is karma. Okay. So, since it's Sevjate, there the verb already denoted karma karakam, Vadana Shabda got Prathama. Same thing here he is giving. So, Harihi Sevjate. That means, Harim is not Harihi, Prathama Vibhakti. Krut, for Krut Prachaya, example, Lakshmiya Sevitaha. Okay. Seva, we on this Bhutek Taprachaya, Sevitaha, in Karmanik Taprachaya. So karmakaraka is denoted by ta pratyaya. It is called nishtha. Tavatu nishtha Panini Sutram. Kta and ktavatu. Krutaha krutavan. Bhuktaha bhuktavan. Like that, kta pratyaya and ktavatu pratyaya, two pratyayas are there. Here it is in karmartha. Tayoreva krityakta khalarthaha sotram is there. Tayoreva bhava karmanoreva. Okay? It can be bhava, it can be karma. Here it is karma. Sevitaha. So what happens? Lakshmiya. Here it is getting Tritiya Vibhakti due to karna. Lakshmiya sevitaha harihi. That means, isn't it? Then tadhita pratyaya. Shatena kritaha shatyaha. Shatacha dhanyata avashate. There is one sotram yat pratyaya in tadhitas. Okay. Shatena kritaha. This is generally called barter system. Sometimes we are giving 100 things are and taking something. So shatena, athava shatanishkaha. Maybe then some currency was in vogue. So by that kritaha is purchased. So shate shatacha dhanyatu ashate. Without not shata shabda. Okay, shatyaha. There this tadhita pratyaya already expressed. Yat pratyaya already expressed. Patadikam, some cloth he purchased. So here shatena kretaha. Okay, no Ditiya Vibhakti, that is there by Karmana Ditiya because Anabhijite. Samasa. In Samasa what happens? Praptaha Anandaha Yamsaha Praptanandaha. Praptaha Gatyatha Karmani Pratyaya. Prapti here that is Bahuvrihi Samasa. Praptaha Anandaha Yanasaha. Isn't it? So here Bahuvrihi Samasa. Okay. Praptaha Anandaha. There is Anekamanya Padarthe one sotram is there in Samasas Bahuvrihi Samasa. Anya Padarthe Vartamanam Anekam Subantam Samasyate is the vritti. That is the meaning. Just an overall. In Avihi Bhava Samasa, it is Poro Padartha Pradhana, na Gauravam Agauram. Both the words have got meaning, but the meaning of the Poro Pada and not Uttarapada is important. In Tatpurusha Samasa, Uttarapadartha Pradhana. Rajya Purusha, Raja Purusha. Fetch Raja Purusha. Whom will you fetch? Raja or Purusha? Okay. Or both? Whatever way. But here, Raja Sambandhi Purusha. Purusha is important. Raja is unimportant. Therefore, Uttara Padartha Pradhanaha Tatpurusha. Chaitra Maitra Dvanda Samasa. There, Ubhaya Padartha Pradhanaha. Chaitrasya Maitrasya. Chaitra is important. Maitra is also important. So, Chaitra Maitra Anaya. Fetch both of them. Ubhaya Padartha Pradhanaha. Then, Anya Padartha Pradhanaha Bahuvrihi. Anya Pada means the padam that is not involved in the samasa. Its meaning is important. Okay. Petambaro harihi. Petam ambaram yasya saha petambara. Peta puropadam ambara uttarapadam. Both the words would give up their meaning, and petambara the samasa would denote the meaning of an outside word, that is hari. Therefore, it is called Anya Padartha Pradhana. Is it clear? This is just okay. So here Praptaha Anandaha Yamsaha. By Praptaha
Pradhanyam iti katham nishchiyate asyeva pradhanyam iti.
Prayogansanu. Prayogashanam Vyakaranam. In Prayoga, suppose Rajya Purusha, Raja Purusha ityasti. Do you bring Raja? Raja Purusha Mahaya. Do you bring Raja?
No.
Or both Raja and Purusha? Neither. So who are you bringing? Raja Sambandhi Yaha Purushaha Saeva Anetavya. So what happens is, this is Prayogashanam Vyakaranam. Siddhe Shabdartha Sambandhe Lokataha Artha Prayukte Shabda Prayogi Shastrena Dharma Niyamah Kriyate Yatha Laukika Vedikeshu is the first Vatikam in Paspashantikam. So, Shabda, Artha and their Sambandha are important. They are Nitya. Today, father means father. Tomorrow, father means mother. Then you cannot compare a Vyakaram. Simply impossible. Then, Lokataha. Loka is Praman. What do you mean by Loka? Auto drivers, rickshaw pullers, and all those people are. What do you mean by Loka in Vyakaranam? Shishta Loka.
Shishta Loka.
Everywhere in Vyakaranam, Shishta Loka only. Who are Shishtas? That class also I will discuss. Under Pushodradini Yathopadishtam,
Mahabhashe
63109 Sutram, Patanjali discusses who are Aryas, what is Aryavarta, what are the boundaries, etc. And these people, and actually Aryavarta, Arya, this discussion is there in Pauramimamsa, Ashtadhyaya, Aryamlekshadhikaranam it is called, Amarakosha, Manusmriti, in Dharmashastras, everywhere it is there. Patanjali clearly gives. So some gentleman came and from Wisconsin and was saying something. Actually, in my book, Theories of Language, Oriental and Occidental, I have clearly given I have taken material from Mein Kampf of Hitler and Mahabhashyam of Patanjali. I have said, Aryan is Shabda, the entry into Oxford Dictionary saying Sanskrit word is wrong. Ru dhatu, Ruhala or Nyato, Nyatpracheha Tadhita, Vruddhi, Arya. Who are Aryas? What is their behavior? Kumbhidanyaha, Alorupaha. There are a number of things to be explained. Okay. So, they are Shishtas. Here, what is the uniqueness? What is the what is the difference between Sanskritam on one side and the rest of the languages in the globe? Here, Dharmartha Kama Moksha, 4 Purusharthas are there. Shukla, Yurveda, etc. You have a lot of material. So, Dharma is to be achieved by, if you go through Pranas, all of us know, through Dhanam, etc., etc., people will get Dharma. But here, Shastra Jnana Purvake, Shabda Prayoge, Dharma. Dharma Nima Krite. There Patanjali discusses. The Vidyarthins, Sishyas are saying, students are saying, what is this? Shabda Shastra. What is the purpose? To knowledge of Shabdas. Knowledge of Shabdas. We have just completed Vedas. So Vedanma Vedika Shabda. Through Vedadhyanam, we got the knowledge of Vedika Shabdas. Lokano Lokika. We are studying Kavyas, this thing, that thing, and regularly it is a spoken language. We have the knowledge of Lokika Shabdas. So in the beginning of Mahabhashyam, you said, Kesham Shabdanam, Lokikanam, Vedikanam cha. So we have the knowledge of both Vedic Shabdas and Lokika Shabdas. Anarthakam Vyakaranam. This is regular. The question is discussed by Patanjali in Paspashandikam. So, Dharma. If at all one wants to achieve Dharma through Shabda Prayoga, it is possible only through Sanskritam. Sanskritam is Napunsake Bhagektaha. Samskaraha asya astiti Sanskritam. First time used in Ramayanam, otherwise Daivi Vak. Devatas do speak in this language. So, Sanskritam, Samskaraha, Sanskritam asya astiti Sanskritam. This is called Matvathe, Matvathiya Aparchaya, Achprachaya. So, Vibhaktam Asham Asti, Vibhakta Bhrataraha. The brothers got divided. There, what is the vritti? Vibhaktam Asham Asti. Pita Gavaha. Vanaya Pita Pratibadha Vatsam Yashodhano Dhenu Shermamocha. Second Sarga, Raghuvansha. Vanaya Pita Pratibadha Vatsam. Pita, that has already. And it is tied to a pole. then the cow is taken. That is the prakaranam sandarbha. So here, what is peta? Peta means petam asya asti. Vatsa, if it is female, petam asya asti. So matvathiha achpratyaha. This is clearly stated by Bhashyakara Patanjali in third adhyaya under Kartarikrit Manusotra. So Sanskritam means samskaraha. The language which has got Sanskritam is also called Sanskritam. What do you mean by samskara? Samskara is done in order to rectify something, I mean, get rid of the doshas or gunadhanam, improve its quality. Only two purposes for samskara. To turn milk into curd, you add some buttermilk or curd. That is samskara. Isn't it? Similarly, in Grihi Sutram, there are many. So here, Vyakarana samskara. But Vyakarana is there other languages? No, that is not Vyakarana, that is grammar. Vyakarana is not grammar. Rough translation. Like Vivaha, marriage, etc. So, Vyakarana includes grammar, not vice versa. Grammar is simply parts of speech, figures of speech, direct and indirect, those things, run and matching, etc. Grammar. No more. But Vyakarana means Vyakriyante, Apashabdebhyaha, Sadhu Shabdaha, Prathakriyante Anena. Both kind of usages are there. Bhadaha, Sadhu Shabdaha. Bhadaha, 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 2 ways. And as far as the transformation of meaning is concerned, from speaker to the listener, there is no H. Rather, there is adharma if you employ apashabdas. There is dharma if you employ sadhu shabdas or shabdas with jnana, vyakarana jnana. Vyakarana jnana purvake shabda prayoge dharma. That is the siddhanta in Paspashanika.
Mahodaya.
Now,
अत्र कौमुदी वाक्ये दीक्षितस्य तिङ् इति कृत् इति लिखितमस्ति तत्र बालमनोहर
actually कृतः उदाहरणम् उच्यते तद्धितस्य उदाहरणं दीयते तादृशं व्याख्यानं करणीयं
तद् न पृच्छामि तत्र अविभक्तिकनिर्देशः अयम् इति लिखितवान् बालमनोरमा अस्माभिः तु न केवल प्रकृतिः प्रयोक्तव्या नापि प्रत्ययः अपदन्न प्रयुञ्जीत इति खलु
किन्तु व्याख्याने तत्र तत्र प्रचलति व्याख्यान इफ यू टेक फॉर एग्जांपल टेक वागर्थाविव संपृक्तौ व्याख्याता स्टार्ट्स वागिति और नेति नचेति with any kind of small this thing one can start the व्याख्यान that is there in the root somewhere.
किन्तु अत्र
mostly you find these things in sutras. Pani sutras avibhakti nirdesh. There what they say sautratvat. What is the sautratvat? This chandovat sutrani under Vruddhirada 111 Patanjali says this chandovat sutrani. Chandas means Veda. In Veda, Drishtani vidhi chandasi. Whatever is seen in Veda, that is to be taken as authority. So Panini at least 13 times says Bahulam Chandasi, Bahulam Chandasi. And also in one place he says Vyatyayo, Bahulam, Varna Vyatyaha, Vibhakti Vyatyaha, Linga Vyatyaha, etc. etc. Patanjali gives examples for all these. So here also actually Tingichasya Udaharanam Diyate. Okay? Athava Krita Ichasya, something like that. But these people, what they do, think krutta dhita samasaihi prayena, so think krutta like that he has taken. It is not a prayoga. It is just for vyakhyam, for the sake of vyakhyam. We should not take it as prayoga. These things are very common. Okay. Now, pachitu nipadainapi abhidhanam. There is a problem with this example. Nagesh Bhatta says something else. Anyway, he is quoting from Kumar Sambhava. What is this? Is the story of Kumar Sambhava. That Tarakasura is there. He was granted so many boons, varas, He was giving trouble to everybody, and people asked Brahma only, why don't you just go and kill him? Then he said, Vishavrukshopi, although it is a Vriksha, Sambandhya, having watered, given this, that, everything. Okay. Then Swayam Chetum, to chop off the tree, although it is a poisonous tree, Asampratam, Nayujyate. It is not proper. Okay. So that is he is quoting from Kumar Sambhava. Sampratam ityasya hi yujyate ityartha. Sampratam is an avyayam. So it means na yujyate. So Vishavruksham chetum na yujyate. So Vishavruksham, instead of that, since Sampratam already the avyaya explained that karma, Vishavrukshaha prathama pratipadikaarthamatre prathama. Okay. This is the impact of anabhayite. But in every sutram, examples are not given like this. We have to go through the usages and now and then we come across and then only we have to see. Otherwise, the book becomes much bulgy. Huh? Tatha yuktam jani ipsitam. Ipsitatam karma, okay. But sometimes anipsitam is also. See, how great. Huh? Do you, Pandigaru, do you think ipsitatamam karma kartuhu? Okay. But kartuhu, anipsitatamam karma, then why ipsitatamam to say? So he doesn't say that. He says, tatha yuktam. Just like how ipsitatama has got the connection. Similarly, sometimes anipsitatama is also connected with the karta. There also we see examples, I mean, prayogas for karma. Tatha ipsitatama vato kriyaya yuktam tatha yuktam. Like that, it has got connection. With what? Kriya only. Naturally, two things will be there. Sadhanam, sadhyam. Sadhyam is kriya, sadhanam is karakam or dravyam, whatever you call it. Okay, between both of them, some connection will be there. So that is yuktam. Okay. Ipsitatama vatau kriya yuktam anipsitatama bhagavi na karakam karma samjnyo syat. That kind of karaka also is called karma. Karma ditiya. If you get a karma karakam, what is the purpose? Karma ditiya. So, Panini wants to discuss Atmahatya. Panini, huh? I told you, whatever is in Vritti, whatever is there in Vartikas, in Bhashyam, etc., so much of material that is simply said by Panini by 2 or 3 words. Tatha yuktam jani ipsitam. Simple. So, what is the example? Gramam gachan tamam sprushati. See, across some lands where there are crops, he is walking across a field. There is a truna on either side. Then he was just touching the truna and walking. Don't ask whether it is ipsitatama or anipsitatama. Actually, it is anipsitatama only. Why should this fellow unnecessarily touch the trunam and force Pani to write another sutram for him? Huh? Isn't it? So, while proceeding to Grama village, he is touching some trunam. In bracket, unnecessarily. So that is what is meant by Panini. Anipsitatamancha. The most undesired, unnecessary thing also sometimes becomes karma. That is our karma. This is what is meant by Panini. You may not like many things. I also do not like many things. I told you once, Guruji doesn't like that dandakaya curry of danda. But since the danda is there in the backyard, Guruji's wife every day cooks the same curry. So for a person who is alive, his likes and are like this. Who cares for someone Kalidasa who doesn't like some Pushpa, Dirshan Pushpa, some in Kumar Sambhava. So whether you like it or not, things will take place. You have to learn to go along, live with them. Many people are doing many things which you or me don't like. They don't wash their hands. They don't wash their. Take an example, very popular example. But still, you have to go along with them. You cannot ask him. Huh? And some people, what they do? Hey, why water? Just I will put them some chemicals which are carcinogenic, like that. In flights, etc., we come. And if they go to 5-star hotel, that is, although it is not our sampradaya, we have water. It is not a cold country. Okay. And but still, people towards the end of the meal, some hot water with a nimbu, that is like this thing. Just they will wash the hands and go away. What about mouth? So that's why dental hospitals, the number of dental hospitals increased like this. Actually, in the other countries also, now slowly they are learning, this is bad. You have to do gandusha, gargling the water. Huh? Yesterday, today's newspaper, there is one news. What is that? 12 lakh diabetic patients in England were tested. The doctors asked them, you walk for 15 minutes after having breakfast, lunch and dinner. After testing 22% to 27%, the sugar levels have come down. Actually, should anybody tell us this thing? Bhukta Shatapadam Gacchetu, we have been telling. But just like Vedavyasa said, nobody cares for you. And when they get too much, so on either this side or that side. Okay, so whether you like it or not, health is very careless. People are very, very careless. They don't get up on time. When Americans brush their teeth, Raghava, I asked this question to my MA students. When do they brush their teeth?
हम तो अमेरिकन नास में महोदय हम न जानामि.
I also but general knowledge. Rajiv ji, when do they brush their teeth?
न जाने महोदय केचन ब्राह्मे मुहूर्ते अपि उत्तिष्ठन्ति तदा उत्थाय कार्यार्थं गच्छन्ति अपि.
They do not mind Brahma Muhurta. Since they have to go, they are doing it at that time, but they are not particular about it. So I told my students at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or early morning 2 o'clock, or morning 6 o'clock, in the evening 4 o'clock, anytime. But why are you brushing now? Because I have to brush. That is their answer. So, see, too much of spending for education, health, of course, legal matters also. In certain countries, they earn too much and spend too much. What are you getting? Except Manashanti, everything is there. Except health, everything is there. Health is physically, mentally, physically, and socially well-being. Socially, you are not allowing people to live in peace. By your so now where are we? Panini watched Chaitra unnecessarily touching the grass while going to village. He should have not, but he didn't listen to Panini. Panini was angry, but could not do anything, just like us. We could not stop Corona, we could not control anybody. So Panini said, okay, Baba, it is my karma, I will give one sotram fine. Okay. Then came the question. Panini saw one person. Hey, what are you doing? And sodium cyanide, potassium cyanide. What? Sodium cyanide, potassium cyanide? What for? I want to commit suicide. So, Actually, this may be put under Ipsita Tamam. Because mostly it is, Babaji, you are laughing, but mostly it is desired by Chaitra. La 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 la, what to do? You people like rice, you people like curd. Some people may like simply to spoil their liver, pizza, gajja. Actually, bhaji is best, but pizza, what can you do? Huh? So it is just a contagious disease spreading like that. But I like Visham. Hey, what is this? Dharmashastra says, Asuryana mate lokaha. Those who commit suicide, keep aside Indian Penal Code 309 for some time. But it's a crime. Asuryana mate lokaha, etc. Garuda Purana also. You should not, no, I want to Asurya Lokas only. Panini could not do anything, could not prevent him from committing suicide. He tried his best. Of course, Panini himself was killed by a lion. That's a different question. Because in his horoscope, if you find Ketu or Rahu is the cause of death, then such people will die either through serpents or Kroramraga, etc. Jaimini was just killed by a crocodile. You can't say. You can say if you study Jyotisham. That's a different question. So now, what to do? So Panini said, okay, Baba, since he is unnecessarily touching the grass on the way, and you are also, for some reason or the other, you are the best judge, better known to you. I cannot prevent you. Okay, do commit. What else will you do? So Visham Bhukte, Visham is Ipsita Tamam or Visha Bhakshanam Ipsita. Not he does not like, it is not the meaning that he likes Visham. What he likes? Sai Krishna? I have no idea. Chicha, I did not ask you to ask him. No. Visha Bhakshanam is Ipsita. Not Visham. Visham I may also like. Isn't it? So here, Visham Bhunkte, sometimes, although it is anipsitam for you.
Now, can you please explain this? I am confused with this Odanam Bhunjanam Visham Bhunkte.
Why are you confused? Didn't you see anybody committing suicide among your any relatives or any people in Hyderabad? Nobody is committing in Hyderabad. Suicide in Hyderabad every day. You look at one page.
No, I didn't.
So Sripurna, why people are committing suicide in Hyderabad? Now forget about Bombay and Calcutta. Let us discuss Hyderabad first.
Failure.
Huh? You don't know?
Love failure.
Laukika.
No, she is telling love failure.
Love failure? More?
10th class failure or gate exam. Examination. Failing in examinations.
Failing in examination, failing in love. Again, love is to be defended. You cannot do all these things. Note down Mahabhashyam under this. First I shall explain, then you will note the relevant point. Patanjali says, Tatha yuktancha anipsitam kim udaharanam. What is the example? Visham bhakshayati iti. Visham bhakshayati is an example. Naitadasti. No, this is not an example. Why? Purvena petat siddhyati. Karturi ipsitatam karma you can take and say, this is ipsitatam for Chaitra. So he is consuming poison. So Visham bhakshayati. So Visham bhakshayati cannot be an example of this sutra. Fighting between Panini and Patanjali. Then he says, Nasidhyati. No. Karturi ipsitatam karma, this example cannot be analyzed. Karturi ipsitatam karma ityuchyate. Kasyacha nama vishabhakshanam ipsitam syat. To whom would consumption of poison will become Ipsitatamam? Huh? Question. That means Nakasyapi Tyarthaha. No. Then he explains what he means. Vishabhakshanamapi kasyachitu ipsitam bhavati. This is psychology. This is samskara. The gurus have to teach not only shastras, this and that, but also prapanchika jnana, vyavahara, loka vyavahara. So children start with an idea that everything is positive, sanukulam in the world. Slowly they may realize. But in the childhood itself, you have to explain to them that 90% of the world is negative and only 10% is positive. But you have to go along. Today, while cooking rice, today it is spoiled. So tomorrow you want to start the cooking rice, one accident took place on the road. So would you like to stop all the vehicles? No. That is separate, this is separate. So, Vishabhakshanamapi kasyachitu, to some person, ipsitam bhavati. Iha, how, iha ya esha manushyaha dukkhartaha bhavati, saha anyani dukkhani anumishamya vishabhakshanameva jyayaha manyate. Atascha ipsitam yat tat bhakshayate. See, this person is dukkharta. Dukkhan artha, tridaya. Suffering from some problems, difficulties, worries. So, atsaha anyani dukkhani anumishamya. He heard about all the other difficulties from people, other people. This kind of problem, she said, love failure, another person failed in examination, another person could not get a job, another person could not, lost his job and cannot run the family. The different reasons. All these difficulties are held by this person who is committing suicide. Okay, anumishamya vishabhakshanameva jyayaha manyate. If I just compare vishabhakshanam with all the other difficulties, this is better. That means the severity of the problem, degree of severity is less in vishabhakshanam when compared with the rest of the difficulties. He arrived at that conclusion. So, he simply consumed poison. Okay. Yattari anyat karishyami anyat karoti tad udaharanam. Then okay, let us put it under this thing. I mean,
Acharya, tatra jyaya iti padam prayuktam.
Adeshah, jyadeshah.
Ko arthaha tasya padasya?
Jyayaha means best.
Prashastah.
Jyadadiyasaha. Jyadesha will come tatita. Okay. So what you is anyat karishyami, anyat karishyati. I will do this thing. I will go to my village, he said. He is doing something else, touching the our people, most of our people do. I will do something and they will do something else. We come across such people in our day-to-day life. Anyat karishyami, anyat karoti. Kim purastatu? What is that? Gramantaram ayam gachan choran pashyati ahim langhayati kantakan udgatiti. So he is going to another village and he looks at some thieves. Okay, this is not ipsitatamo, looking at thieves. Like that, what else? Ahim langhayati. Just a snake darted across the path. He was going la 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 la, or he was singing something or doing something or whatever it is. Suddenly, an serpent darted across the path. Then he jumped upon the. So Parni says, this is also an ipsitatamo. Let him jump or not jump, or with a stick he may beat, he may kill, whatever it is. Because Pani has to think about such people who are saying something but doing something else also. What to do? See how serious questions are faced by Pani. It is a great headache because these people, their mentality is different. If a healthy person is there, okay, you can estimate this person will behave like this, he will do this, he will do that. But some people are there who say something but do something else or something else also. That kind of things are to be brought under this sutra. See, Mahabhashyam, if you study, your brain will sharpen like anything. Your actual way of teaching or way of thinking itself, way of talking itself will change. Okay, anyway. He also gives another sutram. Iha ipsitasyapi karma samajna arabhyate. Ipsitatam karma. Anipsitasyapi. Pani says, anipsita also is karma. Ipsitatam karma. Anipsitatam also karma. For both he is starting karma samajna. Acharya. Okay. Yadidanim naiva ipsitam napyanipsitam. I will give one example, which is neither ipsitam nor anipsitam. What to do there? Did Pani think about such things? Pani took only two, ipsitam, anipsitam. But I will give example for neither ipsitam nor anipsitam. Then what is it? Gramantaram ayam gachan vrikshamulani upasarpati kudyamulani upasarpati. While going to some grama, he is just going to under a tree. And also there is some wall. He was going near the wall. Could you know what? What to do in such cases? That is neither ipsitam nor anipsitam. In between it falls. Such examples are there. Atrapi siddham katham anipsitam iti nayam prasajya pratishedha ipsitam neti kintarhi paryidasoyam yadanyata ipsitat tadanipsitam iti. Anyacya evam, anyacya vedam ipsitat, okay, yan naivepsitam napyanipsitam iti. So, no. Anipsitam, you said na ipsitam. There are two kinds of virtis. Paryudasa, prasajya pratishadha. Paryudasa is, do not take this in that sense, na ipsitam, anipsitam. Otherwise, note down, prasajya pratishedhoyam. Prasajya pratishedhoyam. Kriyaya saha yatra nayam.
Kriyaya saha
yatra nayam. Yatra in which example? Prasajya pratishedhoyam kriyaya yatra. Kriyaya saha yatra nayam. Matter is correct. Second line. Paryudasas savigneyaha. Paryudasah savigneyaha. Yatrottarapadena nayam. Yatrottarapadena nayam. Gunasandhi. Na ईप्सिततमं भवति. ईप्सिततमं न भवति. Okay. Prasajya pratishetha. Prasajya means vidhaya, having said something, and then a nishetha. That means two sentences they will come. Prasajya vidhaya pratishetha nishetha. You say something, ईप्सिततमं भवति, ईप्सितम na bhavati, ipsitamam na bhavati. So vakya bheda it is called. Let us not go deep into details. But ipsitamam yato ipsitamam na bhavati. Here, bhavati is kriya. Nai has got a connection with the kriya. Anything that is not ipsitatam, you can take it. In paryudasa, yatra uttarapadena nayam. Anipsitam, na ipsitam, anipsitam, na has got a connection with the uttarapada, that is ipsita. So, na ipsita, anipsita. If it is anipsita, you take it. Okay? Ipsitatam nabhavati, anything that falls under that category, if it is not ipsitatam, you take the entire gamut of things. There, Patanjali says a prasijya pratishedha and paryudasa dichotomy is there. This is paryudasa. Yadapi, yadanyat ipsitat, tad ipsitam. Whichever is there, different from ipsita, that is anipsita. Okay? Therefore, all these things fall under anipsita only. Ipsitat, different. He asked the question, what should we do where certain things are neither ipsita nor anipsita? Then the answer is, Panini knows this. That's why he was thinking of things that are other than ipsita, all of them put under category. Therefore, so you just note down these sentences, important sentences. Outside also for discussion, these may be useful. Vishabhakshanamapi. Vishabhakshanamapi. Kasyachitu ipsitam bhavati. Vishabhakshanamapi kasyachid ipsitam bhavati. Iha ya esha manushyaha. Iha ya esha manushyaha dukkharto bhavati. Iha ya esha manushyaha dukkharto bhavati. Saha anyani dukkhani. Saha anyani dukkhani. Anunishamya. Saha anyani dukkhani anunishamya. Vishabhakshanameva. Vishabhakshanameva jyayaha manyate.
आचार्य अनुनिशम्य इत्युक्ते अश्रुत्वा इति वा? अनुनिशम्य इत्युक्ते न श्रुत्वा इति वा?
Anu following. There is no negative meaning. Anunishamya, that means one after the other, people are telling him, I faced this difficulty, I faced that difficulty. People go on telling the difficulties. Or he went on a just scouting survey. What are your difficulties? Because everybody would face difficulty. Sukhadukhe samaya krutva. Bhagavad Gita.
Jyayaha ityukte kim mहोदय? Jyayaha.
Jyayaha, varam, shrashtham. So what happens is, tapas is there, no? What is tapas in Yoga and Shasanam? There will be pains, dandva. Sukha, dukkha, shita, ushna, arogya, anarogya. These things will be there. Okay? Chakravat parivartante dukkhani cha sukhani cha. That verse I will give you later. I mean after this. First let us complete this. Okay? Vishabhakshanameva jyayaha manyate atascha ipsitam yato tad bhakshayati. Atascha means that's why. Therefore. Atascha ipsitam yato tad bhakshayati. Okay? So, he is justified. When someone is committing Atmahatya, actually in Jyotisham also this is discussed. who are the people that may commit suicide? Mostly Kuja Sambandha will be there. Kujagraha is there on Mars. Mostly Sambandha will be there. He is the Yuddha Karaka and all kinds of weapons, electricity, what not, Bhumi, all these things, immovable property, all these things are looked after by Kuja, Mars. Anyway, so now,
Acharya, अत्र पयसा ओदनं भुङ्क्ते इत्यत्र पयसा इति न ईप्सितं
पयसा मिश्रम, पयसा ओदनं भुङ्क्ते, see, the milk is mixed with rice and he is eating it. Although it is one thing, between payas and odanam, you have to take which one? Ipsitamam, you odanam only.
न अवगच्छामि. अत्र मम प्रश्नः अस्ति पयः विषये. पयः ईप्सितं न तु ईप्सितं न तु अनीप्सितम् इति व्याहर्तुं शक्यते वा?
न शक्यते, because मिश्री भक्ष्येण मिश्रीकरणं पाणिनिसूत्रम् is there. Payasa mishritam. See, when someone is eating something, gudadhanaha, for example, gudena sahitaha dhanaha. Guda is jaggery, dhana is flat rice, for example, say. So, mishritam. Payasa vadanam bhingte, otherwise what happens? Payas is separate, dhana is separate. Both of them will meet in the stomach. Let us eat this, drink separately milk and eat rice separately. We cannot argue like that. Isn't it? So, payasa mishritam odanam bhungte. Actually, there he is not consuming separately, combinedly only. Payo mishritam odanam bhungte ityarthaha.
महोदय, तत्रैव एकः प्रश्नः, तमग्रहणं किमर्थम् इत्यस्य उत्तरत्वेन इदं दत्तं. तमग्रहणं तु बहुषु एकस्य खलु, अत्र तु द्वयमेव अस्ति. Atra
kimu sambhavati, see, actually tama pratyaya, even one person is there. This is discussed in Mahabhashyam. That is generally given. Tama pratyaya. Tama is generally given. It is not strictly followed. Although there is one person, sometimes the tama is used. One more for information. Uttamaha. There, this uttama is used in one Tadhita Sutram. There is Uttamah Purushastvanyah. This is from Bhagavad Gita. Here what happened? Bhagavatam, Uttama is there. No, Sridhara Vyakhyan, he says, Udgatam Tamaha Yasmat Saha Uttama. Sridhara Vyakhyan, Bhagavatam. Whereas in Mahabhashyam he says, this Uttama Shabda is Avyattanam Pratipadikam. No derivative meaning is to be offered. Okay, so different kinds of commentaries will be there. So you have to follow depending on the context. So Tamap is generally given, but just like people go on using Tamap in some place or the other, in general sense. Okay. So these things are, if you study Mahabhashyam, there such issues are discussed actually. In Tadhitas, you will come across this discussion. Okay. Atishayane Taraviyasanam. Where this Tamap, what is it?
Atishayane Tamavishtam.
Atishayane Tamavishtam Vanasotram.
Taratalo important.
That is one thing. And in another Sutram also he gives Bahunam. When Bahunam will come in that Sutram. There also Tamak will come. So depending on the context. But the outside people, generally people think when there are many, Tamak is used. Okay. Ishtatamaha, for example. Without referring to anybody, you are not keeping in mind any other person. Ishtatamam bhojanam labdham. Whatever bhojana you have eaten is ishtatamam. There you are not going to bring in so many bhojanas. Just you are talking about the bhojan that is before. Okay. That verse I said now. Sukhasyanantaram dukkham. You want to note down that verse? Sukhasyanantaram dukkham. Sukhasyanantaram dukkham. दुःखस्यानन्तरं सुखम्, दुःखस्यानन्तरं सुखम्. Next line. चक्रवत् परिवर्तन्ते, चक्रवत् परिवर्तन्ते दुःखानि च सुखानि च. चक्रवत् परिवर्तन्ते दुःखानि च सुखानि च. This generally reference is given as Arya Dharma, something like that. But that Arya Dharma is not a book. But Aryas have been just through generations have been giving this kind of. In Swapnavasadatta also, Bhasa Mahakavi gives such kind of verse. Meaning is the same. Chakrarapanti rivagacchati bhagyapanti. Chakras are the spokes of spikes, what you call them. Those things will be there. No? Just they are coming up, going down, coming up, going down. Wheel. Similarly, bhagyam also. Okay. So here he says, example he gives, tathayuktancha anipsitam. If you can, akathitancha. Akathitam means not. This sutram requires explanation. Suppose there is some usage. Okay. Panini has given kartrukarakam, karmakarakam, karnakarakam, sampradana, apadana, adhikarana. But by none of these karakas, it is covered. None of these sutras would address the problem. In one example, for example, say, through example, it becomes clearer. What to do? Akathitam, apadanadi kathahi. Apadanam, I told you in the beginning, apadanam, he starts. Apadana, sampradana, this adhikarana, all these things are there. But no sutram fits there. No sutram is useful in analyzing this particular example. There what to do? Then he says, if there is any such example, give karma samajna and make ditiya vibhakti. That is the meaning of akathitancha. Kathitam means said. Said means here, through sutras, it is analyzed. But no sutra can analyze this example. Then what to do? There he says, apadanadi visheshaihi avivakshitam karakam karma samajnam syat. Suppose you did not vivakshataha karakani bhavanti. We have already discussed in the beginning. Depending on the vivaksha, bhakti ichha, okay, only karakas will take place. But here, avina vivakshitam by any one of these apadana and other karakas. Then take it karma. Then what happens? Patanjali then gives 12 verbs where examples for this sutram, okay, are available. For example, take general example. Gandogdhipaya is milking milk from cow. So since we have vivaksha, Gandogdhi. But what about payaha? Payaha is not covered by any this thing. Actually, from cow the milk is coming. So cow should become apadana. But here became, so dvikarmaka kriyas are examples of. So there will be karma, karakatvam and ditiya vibhakti in certain cases. But how do people know? Therefore, Patanjali offered one verse where he covered all these verbal roots, in the case of which one can take this akathitancha and apply karmakarakam and subsequently ditiya vibhakti.
Acharya, then what is karta in the example? Karta, who is the karta in the given example? Cow is giving milk. Cow will be a karta here.
You put Chaitra. Chaitra, he did not go anywhere. Still he is there. Chaitra, Gam, Payaha Dogdhi. Do you have any difference of opinion with Chaitra?
No.
Put Maitra. Because in modern linguistics they put John and Mary. They don't leave each other. Sometimes they commit suicide also together. I cannot do anything. That does not mean that you can do something. Nobody can do anything. Actually, in the world, people think, I did that, I did this. What? What did you do? Since that atmosphere is positive and things are okay, you are able to do something. If things are against you, if it is negative weather, what will you do? So, in Vedanta, Babaji knows. That means this leads to Vedanta. This is just Ahankara. Ahankaromi, aham. Yes, I did. I have produced this, I did that, I did this. Sai Krishna.
No, not me. It is
not me. Are you satisfied with Chaitra or not? Who is milking the cow?
Sri Purna was. She was.
Sri Purna was milking the cow.
No, Acharya. She was telling something, I think.
Sri Purna, what did you say? What is your problem?
No, sir, I don't know whether I'm asking a wrong question now. A few minutes back, you told Vivaksha. Vivaksha, like that, a word I heard.
Just because you came late. Bhaktum Icha Vivaksha.
Is there a word Viviksha also?
Vidruksha.
Viviksha.
Viviksha.
I could not clearly.
Viviksha. Viviksha.
Viviksha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have to check. I don't think so. What is your problem with Viviksha?
No. One time I heard someone told you cannot use the word always Vivaksha. There is Viviksha also like that. It was not clear to me.
No,
so
don't approach everybody. Vivaksha is there. Vivakshataha karakani bhavanti is the general sutram. So, sthali pachiti is the example. Chaitraha sthalyam pachiti adhikarana karakam. But since it is the facilitated, easily it is happening, cooker is cooking, something like that. So here, sthali pachiti. The adhikarana karakam became kartu karakam. You polish with a polish. The polish polishes well. Polish became karta instead of karanam. So depending on vivaksha, these karakas may change. So it is not in the hands of any person to say you should speak like that. So people go on using. The answer is vivakshataha karakani bhavanti. After all, at the end of the day, take the speaker, bhakta, and whatever vivaksha he has got, whether he wants to take something as karta or karanam or adhikaranam, it is up to him.
Mahodaya, viviksha iti vishapraveshane dhatoh bhavitum arhati.
I think so. We have to see viviksha, veshanam.
Praviviksha.
But that is not to do anything with vivaksha.
Satyam.
Someone has given viviksha, vivaksha. And God has confused. See, when we can. So, Sanprachiyanta is there. Pipasa, Jigamesha, Jigisha.
The Vishadato viviksha iti bhavati.
Veshtum ichha. But generally, praviviksha may be there. Praveshitum ichha. Because veshitum, etc., generally we may not use. Without upsarga. So if you go into that, it will take a lot of this thing. What we call discussion. So for the time being, vivaksha will do. Okay? So where are we? He Patanjali gives Dihiyach Pach Dand Rudhi Prachi Chi Brushasu Ji Matmusham Karma Yuksyat Akathitan Tathasyat Ni Hru Krushvaham. That is the sutra. Duhadinam Dvadashanam Vritti. Duha, etc. 12 are there. Tatha Ni Prabhurdinam Cheturnam, and another 4 are given at the end. Ni Hru Krushvaha 4. Karmana Yad Yujyate. Okay, the one which gets a connection with this Tadeva akathitam karma, the same is meant by Panini, by the Sotram akathitancha. Okay, iti parigaranam kartavyam ityarthaha. So whatever is not said by Panini clearly, in Sotras it goes, then Patanjali offers this verse, Gandho Dipayaha Dohadhatu. Dohadhatu Dikarmaka. Okay, Gam Payaha Dohti. Two words got Karmakarakam. Okay, Balim Yachate Vasudham. Yach Dhatu. Yach Yachane. Okay, Balim Yachate. Avinitam Vinayam Yachate. That also is possible. Avinita tam Vinayam Yachate. And then Pach. Okay, the Yach Pach. Tandulan Odanam Pachati. Here Patanjali says, Vadanam Pachati Jaitraha Vadanam Pachati Vadanarthas Tandula Vadanam. Here Tandula Vadanam. So both got Karma Samujna because of Akathita and the list. Okay. Gargan Shatan Dandayati Dandadhatu. Gargan Shatan Dandayati. Gargas are there. Gargyaha Gargyu Gargaha. Gargadibhyo Yin Sotram. So Gargasya Apachyam Paman Gotrapati Gargyaha it becomes. When you go for Bahuvachanam, Lopa will come for this Yin Pratyaya, then Gargaha it becomes. Gargas are living as a group in one place. So the Raja find them 100. Okay, collectively they have to pay 100. There are certain things Pratyeka Parasamarthi, Samudaya Parasamarthi like that. We are not going into details. So Gargan Dvitiya Shatam Dandaya Dandahatu. Brajam Avaranadhi Gam. Okay, Brajam Gam. Manavakam Panthanam Prachati. The boy, he is asking for direction. He is asking the boy for direction. Vruksham apachinoti phalani. Vruksham dvitiya phalani dvitiya apachinoti. All these verbs, okay, are dikarmaka. That is actually what he wants to say. Manavakam dharmam brute bruhi yaktayam vachi or shastiva. Okay, shatam jayati devadattam. Here they are playing some what you call that Chadaranga, Shatranja, what you call it. He is Jayati. Okay. Sudham Ksheranidhim Mathnati. Sudham for Sudha. Piyosham Amritam Sudha, Amar question. Amritam. Ksheranidhim Mathnati, Mathadhatu. Devadattam Shatam Mushnati. Stealing 100. Nowadays it is very not much. Because hundreds of crores, thousands of crores people are taking the wholesale bank. He is a what we call good thief. Where we will call him because he is satisfied only with 100. That is for himself only. Nowadays people are expecting for the generations together. Great grandson also should not earn, need not earn. He is called Amayika because Shatamaya Ushnati, not Adhikamichatha. Gravam Ajan Yati, Harati, Karshati, Vahati. Artha Nibandhana Iyam Samjna. This Samjna is dependent on Artha, meaning. Nihru Krushvaham Balim Bhikshate Vasudham. That means in the sense of asking, okay, but need not take only this. If the meaning is there by some other verb, there also it applies. Why? Because usages are like that. Balim Bhikshate Vasudham. Manavakam Dharmam Brute, you said. Brute means Bhashate, Abhidatte, Bhakti, etc. Whatever you want, you bring in all those things and put it under. Karakam king. You said Karakam, Karma Karakam, you said, no? Manavakasya Petaram Panthanam Buchati. Here, Manavaka, see, Manavakamu Puchati Panthanam. There, Manavaka is there. But Manavakasya Petaram Panthanam Buchati. He is asking the father of this boy. So when you say karakam, what is karakam? Kriya janakatvam karakatvam. That means the one which has got direct connection with the kriya. We have discussed this in the beginning. Okay, that only is fit to be karakam. Manavakasya has got connection with kriya, but via pita. So Manavaka has got no direct connection with verb prichati. Then what happens? There is sambandha samanya, shashti sheshe. We are going to touch this sutram. Shashti is coming. Because it is not a karakam. Is it clear? Actually, I may say one thing. See, in Praudhamanavama, Dikshita said the Kriyanvayatvam karakam. But that is not correct, strictly speaking. Karoti Kriyan Nirvartayati iti karakam. That is Mahabhashya. So, Nagesh Bhatta in the commentaries refutes Dikshita's this thing and says, takes this example. If at all you say Kriyanvayatvam karakatvam, that means the one which has got anvaya with kriya, that can be called karakam. Then the word manavakasya also got either directly or indirectly connection with verb prichati. Therefore, that also should become karakam. Therefore, kriya anvayatvam is not the definition. Kriya janakatvam karakam. He quotes just Mahabharya, etc. Kriyanam abhinishpattau samarthyam sadhanam vidhu. In the first verse we discussed that from Vakyapadiyam, there Kriyanam abhinishpattau. Abhinishpatti means, okay. So Kriya janakatvam karakam. Manavakamasya kataram panthanam prichati. Sometimes these things do happen. Yes. Because it is a big shastram. So sometimes there may be some errors, and the next one says something, and another commentator may come and say, no, this is not correct, that is correct. These things in Shastras are very common. So, Prichade, Akarmaka dhatu viryoge, deshaha, kalaha, bhavaha, gantavyaha, advacha, karma samudhyaka iti vachyam. Now, Katyayana interferes and says, Vartikam, Uktanakta Duruktanam, Chintayatra Pravartate. Something is not Ukta, that means clearly not stated by Acharya Sotrakara Panini. So there he says, Katyayana, Akarmaka dhatu viryoge. Okay, suppose someone is sleeping. Is it transitive or intransitive? Sakarmaka, Akarmaka? Whom are you sleeping? No answer. So akarmaka. What to do? When there is no karma, comes sopiti. That's kim sopiti. Whom are you sleeping? Is there an answer for that? No.
Kam sopiti ityatra.
What?
No. Kshameta Mahoday. No, Kshameta Mahoday, Kshameta.
Kamartyamartham kshamyeta. Pruchyate. Prashna asti va nasti va?
Nasti Mahoday.
Nasti, okay. And Naishadhi Charitam, he said, Asti nasti vichikitsam he tu shantodarin. That Nalamaharaja saw a lady, Damayanti, whose waist was slender waist, actually what he contains. Asti nasti vichikitsa he tu shatodarin. Whether she has got this waist or not, he got it out. Nala. Samhamadhya and other usages will be there. Just like a lion's waist, and waist is also. Okay. So asti nasti is very much used in the Naishra. So here, he is sitting. He is living. Whom is he living? No answer. Akarmaka. Isn't it? There are certain verbs that we know. There he gives example. What he says is Akarmaka dhatuhi yoge sambandhe deshaha, kalaha, bhavaha, gantavyaha adva, adva means marga, gantavyaha to be covered, cha karma samjnakaha iti vachyam. There also we require karma samjna so that karmani dvitiya vibhakti will come. It is clear. Okay, examples. Kurun sopiti, Kuru desha, isn't it? So he is sleeping in Kuru desha. That means he was traveling. Huh? So we has to cross Kuru desha and enter another desha. Meanwhile, it was night. So he thought, I can sleep tonight here and morning I can resume, I can start, start my journey. So he was sleeping. So Kurun sapiti. Here which vibhakti has to come? Vartika Kana says, make it Ditiya. That means when Palmi said Akathitancha, in other words, if none of my sutras about Karakas is useful in some example or the other, make it karma. As if it is your karma that you have to resort to karma. Babaji. Because when no reason is given, the road is quite good, vehicle is under condition, driver also has got 400 hours experience or 4,000 hours experience. He had enough sleep, etc. Still, accident took place. How? Then what people say, even in Germany and other countries also, this karma has gone to every country. Why? How it happened? That is karma. So no more discussion. No further discussion. And unless and until one gets, anybody in the world gets something that can replace karma, mostly not. No, don't expect. Karma will be the answer. Why a person is like this and he is doing everything, this thing, that thing, and all that means it is karma. That means, Swamiji, what does it mean? You have to check his horoscope. If only uses karma, he will leave it. But I won't leave it. I will say, because what is said in by Varaha Mihiracharya in Brahajjatakam or Kalidasa Uttarakalamatam, in both the works it is stated, Punyam Vapyatha Papa Rupam Apiva Karmajjitam Prabhave. In the earlier incarnations, whatever Punyam and Papa we have earned, that is there in the form of the planetary lineup, good or bad, Shubhagraha, Papagraha, and so on and so forth. How beautifully it is explained. Nothing else. Horoscope means Jataka Chakram or Janma Kundali. What does it mean? Punya, just a statement, bank statement we just download nowadays. You are downloading your statement of Punya and Papa, that is called Jataka. What else? If you want, you can download. If you don't want, okay, that is also good. Any doubts? So, Kurun Stopiti, Masam Aste, for 1 month he will be there, guest. Godoham Aste, till the cows are milk, till that point he will be there. Krosham Aste, Krosham is 2 kilometers or roughly, that is the word. So here, Adva, that means one has to cover 2 more kilometers. Gantavyaha Adva, that is the example. Okay, Krosham Aste. And the Bhavaha, Godoham Aste, Bhavaha means till that point, till that time, in that sense, or Kalaha. And the Kurun Stapiti is for Desha. Katibuddhi Pratyavasanartha Shabda Karma Karmakanam Anikarta Sanau. Any doubts?
Bhavaha Kriya Khalu Mahodaya. Bhavaha iti Kriya Khalu.
That is also our karma. There are so many meanings for this Bhava. Bhava eva hi dhatvartha we have given from Vakyabadiyam. In one sense. Bhavaha tasya bhavastato bhave ghayam. There it is jati, satta. Bhava in Vedanta, without upasarga, Brahman. Vibhava, Anubhava, Vibhichari Bhava, Satyaka Bhava, Sanchari Bhava are there. Alankara Shastra. Bhavaha padarthaha in Mimamsa. Also in Niruktam. Okay? So, bhava depending on the context, we have to take the meaning. Any doubts? Oh no, Pandiratyaya Nirikha Shibhu Gyam Vaya Jaya 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 Jaya